Hi Pisces, this is Sarah here with Earth to Sarah Tarot. I will be doing your monthly love reading for May of 2017. This is actually my first live video recording, so thank you all for tuning in, and those of you who found me. I'm excited to get my channel started and really start improving the videos and the format and stuff like that. So, welcome. It's Sundays where I'm recording in Northern California. It's a beautiful day, but I'm in my Sunday best. My hair's a mess, so let's just get started, Pisces. I basically do a 9-card layout, and then I will sort of generate a story from the cards that I see and let you know the messages and things that I'm receiving throughout the reading. If this message doesn't resonate with you, remember that I am reading for a large group of individuals, so there may be some things that you can take from the reading. Also, this isn't exactly for the month of May. This may have already happened or may be coming, so again, personal readings definitely clarify a little bit more. However, this is just kind of to get you started, and my reason for doing this is not to predict the future or anything like that. It's simply to offer guidance for people, because I feel like sometimes we're just lost and life is hard, and it's nice to just have someone who understands what you're going through and someone who can relate. And I feel like I'm very much an empathetic, intuitive person, and I just want to offer hope and, advice to people on how to deal with things, because often I get my best advice when I'm feeling down from the strangest people, like literally strangers. So, anyway, enough of the chattering, Pisces. My water signs, I adore Pisces people because they are some of the most empathetic people that I have ever met. They certainly have a strong intuition. They look at things from a very positive perspective. Obviously, people say they're the rose-colored glass people, and they do have a tendency to have their head in the clouds a lot and kind of be sort of dreamy, and that's good. I mean, that's okay. It's there's times to be that way, and then there's times to be serious, and we all have different aspects of our personalities where we just have to identify those times and kind of go with them. So as I shuffle the cards, the two significant I just dropped one, excuse me. The two significators that I chose to represent you, Pisces, are the King of Cups. This is from the Witch's Tarot. I love this king for you, Pisces, because it does represent water signs. That's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But they're the dreamiest of kings. They're the romantics. So I feel like that kind of embodies your positivity and your generosity. And the blue in his clothing just makes me think of emotions and compassion. So in his cup, he's offering something, and I feel like he's offering love and compassion and understanding. So I'm going to channel him when I shuffle for you, Pisces. Also, I have picked the Page of Cups. This is, again, one of my favorite cards to represent Pisces people. It embodies the fish. If you can see, there's a fish here in this little girl's cup, and she's sort of just like listening to what this dreamy fish has to say, and she's letting her emotions flow freely as she's in the ocean. It's chaotic, but she's standing still, very, very comfortable in an emotional atmosphere, and very much a dreamer, and very much open to feelings. And so we're going to go ahead with these two cards. And I mean, this is just my personal preference. These are the cards that I'm feeling like I want to use to represent you. It doesn't mean that they do in every reading, or that, I'm right and other readers are wrong. It's just what I'm choosing to do. So please keep that in mind. All right, Pisces. Pisces love for the month of May 2017. Please let the divine be with us and guide us into any messages that you'd like me to offer for our Pisces, male and female, for the month of May 2017. What are the divine messages and energies that I can offer for the sign of Pisces? Pisces, what does Pisces need to know? What are the messages and energies for Pisces? What are the messages and energies for Pisces? Pisces. Pisces, okay. That feels good. Pisces. Okay. My camera focus. Sorry about that. Okay, and I'm going to cut the deck. I'll also hold these cards up so you can see them, okay? Just focus. Okay. So, as we go through, I'll hold up the cards, okay? But I'm just going to move the camera just a little closer so you can see. The Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords, Judgment, the King of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Okay. I like it when you show up in your own reading there with the King of Cups. Alright, and underneath we have the Seven of Pentacles. So I like these 9 card spreads because I feel like they, we have the center card that connects to all the other cards. So, obviously they're going to be upside down for you, but I will hold them up. This is an absolute beautiful deck. I'm really connected with this deck right now, so I've been using it a lot in my readings, and it's served me well. So it is the Modern Spellcasters deck, and this is the handbook by Melanie Marquis, and the author is Scott Murphy. So anyone who's interested. So there's a challenging energy with the Three of Swords, Pisces, but overall I feel like there's a general need to sort of, as we enter into summertime, I think a lot of people just genuinely feel this way as well, that it's time for a change and it's time for action. And so with that being said, I think that that's where you're at, and you're sort of in a place where you no longer want to feel unstable or like you only have one foot on the ground. You want to feel like you're really diving into something that means something, perhaps a relationship that really means something, a longer term commitment. You're sort of tired of maybe feeling like, is this person in or is this person out? Should I be in? Should I be out? And I'm feeling like it's you who's feeling this way, not the other person, for a couple reasons. One, because you're the two fish, as you know, the two fish that swim against each other. And so sometimes you can be a self-sabotaging nature where you you have a tendency to kind of work against yourself, but you also, being the fish, are able to adapt to things a lot easier than a lot of people too. So, with the Two of Pentacles being in the center, I feel like this is you. We have one foot on the ground. We're juggling two pentacles. There's a dog there on his way with lunch. And this can mean juggling responsibilities, financial things, and you're kind of feeling like you want something serious, but you know that you have to be financially stable in order to really pursue a marriage, or, you know, it's hard to move in with somebody or reach a next level in a relationship if you don't feel good and solid in your job and in material possessions. And pentacles represent those things that are like money, or that we value like money. It represents our morals, our values, and sort of how we show ourselves in like earthly form. And I think you're really not wanting to appear like you don't have it together anymore. Like you're juggling things, like you're not solid, and you're like, I can't really keep up this act anymore. You know, it's kind of getting exhausting, and you're ready for something new. And with the two kings here, it shows me that as far as relationships are concerned, when we're speaking of kings, we're speaking of elders. So this is how you're appearing as the King of Cups. This is a water sign, either a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, and I'm definitely feeling like this is you, Pisces, and this is you in your highest form in terms of the tarot. You know, it goes a page, and then a knight, and then a queen, and then a king. And when you've reached king level, that means you've mastered your emotions. You have an ability to not only identify and understand your emotions, but you have the ability to identify and understand other people's emotions and how your behavior will affect others. It's a very strong, emotionally grounded individual. And so with this maturity level showing up, I feel like you're ready to kind of reach that with someone. You know, you want to understand someone. You want to put the time into learning about who they are, what makes them tick, what makes them happy. If you're in a relationship already, I think that you are really working on communicating and sort of bringing back that livelihood in the relationship, that excitement, that joy, um, and, you know, really trying to, you know, if it were a plant, water it and grow it if you are in a relationship. If you're not, you're completely ready to, I feel like, dive into something a little more serious and a little more mature. So I'm just going to get the Three of Swords out of the way. I think in line with the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, Pentacles, like I said, represent our job, our money, our home, our clothing, you know, our appearance. This represents material possessions, okay? And you have those two in line with the Three of Swords. Also, if you see this knight, he's on a squirrel. And when I think of squirrels, I think of preparation, right? They prepare all winter long and scavenge and, or excuse me, all summer long and stuff for the winter and make sure they have enough food, and they save food in their cheeks. They're just always prepared, you know, when it comes to feeding themselves. And so I feel like this king is very prepared. He's very well educated. He's very, he has money in the bank. You know, he's ready to attack whatever situation comes his way because he's spent his time and energy preparing for whatever. Okay. Um, he's a more mature version of this person who is kind of just learning, hey, responsibilities are coming at me, how do I juggle all these responsibilities? Well, the knight is a lot more prepared and he knows how to juggle those responsibilities and he's confident in doing that. When we have the Three of Swords, I think you're lacking that confidence and that feeling that you're financially prepared for a relationship, or that maybe um, you're not providing like you would want to for your partner if you're married or in a steady relationship. You're not able to take them out and do exciting things and, spend money and stuff like that. And so it's kind of bothering you because, you are a fun person. You like to go out and do things and experience things. And so, you want to have that side of a secure relationship as well. Although you're emotionally ready and you're emotionally mature, I don't know, I'm not seeing that you are financially comfortable quite yet. And especially if you're a male Pisces, that can be something that sort of, when a man doesn't have or feel super prepared to care for their partner, um, they can feel like less than they should, okay, even if you're emotionally ready and you have an emotional connection with someone. So we have the King of Swords here as well. Your partner could be an air sign, which is a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. So, and if you are dealing with an air sign, they are incredibly prepared. They are very, very decisive, very much know where they stand in life. They're very confident, they're very truthful, they're very honest. And quite frankly, if they're not getting what they want out of love, they will tell you, you're not getting what I want. Or, um, they can be sort of intimidating when it comes to making you feel like you have your stuff together. So if you're dealing with this energy, or if you're dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and this is representing them, they are prepared, they are ready to go. And so both of these energies are very less romantic and more so practical, I want to say. So, and honestly, if you're dating either of these two signs, they really don't like lavishness. They like practicality. They like experience over lavish gifts. They want you to spend your money wisely, and they don't care about being wined and dined as much. So keep that in mind, Pisces. I mean, I know it's important for you to feel secure and solid in your money and things, but um, it's okay. You can do things that don't cost money and still offer these experiences. So the Fool. I'm seeing the Fool in a couple different ways. If you're single, I'm seeing the Fool as being ready to make that plunge into a relationship, okay? You're emotionally ready. Like I said, we're working and we're preparing on the financial part of that and the career side, right? Where you are working towards that and you're getting tired of, you know, not feeling solid there. So I see you working towards that with both of these two cards. Also, um, this can mean that adventure is something that you need more in your life, and that's why you're trying to sort of save money or whatever. You're lacking excitement in your relationship, and so you kind of want to bring that fun, innocent. Um, uh, I don't want to say adventurous again. He's just like down for whatever type energy. He is good in that way, that youthful playfulness in a relationship. Maybe you're wanting to kind of offer that a little bit more in your relationship, and that comes with that definitely comes with the summer months too, right? We get to be out in the sun more, and we have a longer day where it's dark less. So that's something that will be happening if that's what is going on in a relationship. Sometimes we just feel too cooped up. So if there's any conflict, you've been arguing or something, maybe you just need to do something fun together with your partner and kind of lighten that energy a little bit. And it doesn't have to cost money. You can go on a hike, you can go on plan a picnic, just do something for them and make that executive decision to do that, Pisces, for them. Not, if you're dating either, like I said, either of these two energies, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, they don't want to plan the adventure. They want you to go ahead and do it, and they'll definitely be along for the ride. And same if you're dating, or you're single, you have to be the one to reach out to those two people, because they plan things all the time, and it's not fun when you have to plan your own date, right? So it's fun to just go along for the ride. Okay, so following the King and the Two of Pentacles here, I have the Wheel of Fortune. And this represents basically, the wheel of fate. It turns. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's sunny. The seasons change, our emotions change, our luck changes, everything changes, right? Everything changes. The only thing that we can depend on in this life is change and growth and, movement, and time is constantly ticking, right? So if you're single, I think that it's important to, like I said, take this person that you're interested in out on a date that doesn't cost money, or it doesn't cost too much money, and take the time to really ask them questions about themselves. What do they like? What's their favorite color? What's their favorite restaurant? If they were stranded on a desert island and they had to take 3 items, what would it be? Just questions that really get down to the heart of who they are. And I think that can help you decide if this person is someone that you can be with long term. And the Judgment card is seeing things, it's an awakening period, it's a rebirth period. And with things that have been going on in the past, with these two cards starting off this is kind of past energies. I feel like these are both kind of leaving us, feeling like all these responsibilities and things are flying at us, and people are hurting our feelings with their words, and communication is kind of is out of whack with the retrogrades. We have Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. It's just been a really wild time as far as astrology and planets and things. But this energy is kind of seeing its way out, and we're feeling a lot better with the Judgment card. We're feeling a lot more, we're sort of ready for this new, this good, this change, this shift in life and in perspective. And for you, I think it's really in terms of love, I feel like if you want to find that long-term connection like we were talking about, you really have to get to know someone. And a very shallow, judgmental, or what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. Not shallow, but superficial. A very superficial connection with someone where we don't take the time to get to know who they are, what they've been through, how many bad experiences have they been through where they've come out feeling reborn and renewed and ready for life. you really have to get to know people and what they stand for, their moral values, their moral codes when you're getting into a relationship. Are they prepared? Are they someone who cares about the same things you care about? Do they, do you know how your emotions affect them, and do you respect their feelings, and do they respect your feelings? And so being in a mature relationship is taking the time, is realizing that you have to take the time to get to know people. My second message with both of these cards, I kind of jumped into this one when I was talking about this one, but my second message with these cards is that people go through phases, like I said, when we're up and when we're down. And part of loving someone is not in a loving, mature, long term relationship. If you're single or if you're together, if you're married, whatever it is, I'm sure married people will agree with this, that it you have to love someone no matter what the wheel of fate has dealt. If they're feeling low, you're there to not judge them but to lift them up. When they are feeling good, you're there to kind of still, support them, lift them up, enjoy and relish in that feeling with them. So I feel like that's another reason why I see, Pisces, that you're looking for a non-superficial, non-judgmental, non-surface connection. You want something like he has. But I'm telling you, my advice to you is that takes communication, that takes time, and that takes understanding. It takes preparation. This character does not rush into relationships. He takes time to get to know people. He makes a friendship first and then develops it into a romantic connection. Um, so when we're eager and we want something so much and we've decided on it, you've decided on it with this king here. They're very decisive. Like I said, you've made the choice. You want something long term, or you're in something long term, and you want to continue to. I have this card on the bottom, the Seven of Pentacles, and you can see this woman watering her plant in the garden. So if you're in a relationship, you want to continue to grow your relationship. You want to continue to water the plants. You want to continue to make this person happy. That's a mature connection. A relationship is a never-ending work. It's never-ending duties. It's compromise. It's effort, you know? And sometimes when we get comfortable with someone, if you've been married for a while, you can feel like everything's a-okay and you don't have to continue to do romantic things or go out on dates or, woo them in any way, male and female. This goes for women as well. You have to take care of your man and make them feel loved and cared for and honored just as much as you want to. It goes back and forth, right? It goes around in a circle, right? So, treating others how you want to be treated, taking the time to get to know the inner soul of someone, um, learning about their past experiences and how they came to be who they are, and different revelations they've had, different struggles they've had. Communication. This represents communication. Um, Keeping that love alive. So I've almost talked for a half an hour, Pisces. I will briefly just kind of summarize. If you're single, I see that you're genuinely ready for a mature connection that's give and take, that's emotionally powerful. You're really just trying to find your financial stability and your financial footing. You're working towards that. Um, you've made up your mind to put in the effort to grow a relationship if it's new or if you just started dating. If you're dating either an air sign or an earth sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, remember that they do like stability and money, but they also like practicality and things that they can use and experiences that they can share. So dating them doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It can be, like I said, a picnic, a hike, etc. You can still offer that adventure and that fun to them without draining the bank account. If you're married, similar situation. Don't allow time to put a wedge between your connection and your emotional stability and your empathy for that person, and don't let everyday judgments and stuff sort of put out the fire that once was there. Continue to water your marriage and your love and your connection, and continue to offer emotional support. Continue to um, be a solid, standing, protecting person in their life that does not judge them but takes the time and loves them when they're up, loves them when they're down. Um, you know, and remember that if you're looking for something, Pisces, and you're totally single, there's nobody in sight. Things will change. The time is turning, and a solid connection, the one that I think that you need and that you want, is found with a friendship, and it takes time. It takes a slow connection. You don't just dive in. You prepare and learn and study the person and understand them. That's how you develop, I feel, a lasting foundation. You build out of solid material, not quickly. So I hope that made sense for some of you, and I hope that you have a beautiful month, Pisces. It looks like, everything's great. I'm really happy to see that the harsher energies are passing and you're really kind of getting your footing, and you're really finding that, superficial connections, why they might be fun and romantic at times. You really do need someone that you can depend on, and someone that is truly there for you, and that you truly understand. So, um, yeah, that takes effort and it takes time. So I hope that you all have a beautiful month, and I hope that love comes to you all and that you offer love to all. Namaste. So much love. Thank you.